Who took over the canal on November 5th, 1956? We're talking about Egypt here, right? So remember, the year's 1956. We have a Cold War going on, right? Egypt just took over the Suez Canal because Britain discontinued the funds for the Aswan Dam, right? Um, they stated that the revenue or the money used, for the canal, would be redirected to funding of the Aswan Dam that Britain and the United States discontinued funding, right? So, who took over the canal on November 5th, 1956, right? Here you have a lot of politics playing. You have the UN, right? Stating that, okay, we just lost control of the canal. Egypt just took over the Suez Canal, right? So they're a little uneasy. I'm gonna name the top uneasy party: the Crown, which was Britain, and France. Okay, the United States, they were, of course, they're part of the UN, but they kind of understood that, hey, look, we shouldn't really get involved too much here because we don't want Egypt to go to the Soviet Union. That's not something that we want, right? So here we have something of kind of like a betrayal or like sneakiness going on here, right? Some form of sneak attack or sneak plotting or some type of scheme here, right? So Egypt takes over the Suez Canal. Um, Now, who took over the canal on November 5th, 1956? Well, France and Britain, right? And they did it with the help of Israel. So Israel would invade the canal, right? Seize it, all right, from Egypt's power or Egypt's grasp, and France and Britain will come over to try to protect the canal, all right, and kind of like like do like this type of scheme where, okay, we're just here to make sure that the canal doesn't get destroyed. We're here to make sure that everything kind of remains peaceful. Of course, under, we'll say, the UN policy, right? The United Nations policy, right? Of course, the United States never approved of this because, once again, you're going to kick out Egypt right from the canal, right? And you're going to drive them more to the Soviet Union, right? So now, France and Britain, they kind of take over the canal on November 5th, 1956, backboning Israel's takeover, right? And kind of kicking out Nazar.